Wow! What should I buy? Hey! Stop! I will buy both. Okay. Aha! Hooray! Here you go. Okay, we'll buy it now. Bye-bye. Let's make something delicious for dinner. Careful, Mimi. Thank Lena. I'm hungry. Let's cook. Oh no! The bag of cookies is punctured. Hey you!
Huh?
This item is defective.
Oh. Sorry. I will replace it with a new pack for you.
Take a picture and share it on Threads. Wow! Yummy!
tung 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 sahur.
Whoa! What is that? A watermelon? I know what I'm going to cook today. Watermelon. Matcha powder. Water. Milk. Jello powder. Thank you, Cat. Good boy. Chocolate. Chill in 1 hour. Looks so yummy. Wow! It's amazing! Wow! It tastes great! I want it! Take this money.
Mmm, so yummy. Delicious. Let's make something delicious for dinner.
Oh, I find some crab. Ouch! I'll take the shrimp. Bad crab. Let's make shrimp cheese ball. Just a little bit of sugar. I don't want it to be too sweet. Come on, get out! It's too sticky. I'm so hungry. I can't wait to enjoy it.
Wow, looks so yummy.
So crunchy. Wow, train is coming. That is my shrimp. Let's go home.
Ta-da!
Looks so tasty. Wow, so soft.
I had so much fun making these mini grilled octopus tacos. The smoky flavor of the octopus adds such a rich taste, and when combined with the fresh crunch of lettuce and the tangy salsa, it's just the perfect bite. The mini tortillas are so cute, and I can already picture these being the highlight of a taco night with friends. The best part is how the charred edges of the octopus add an extra burst of flavor. I marinated the octopus with a bit of garlic and lime beforehand, which really helps to tenderize it and bring out that delicious smoky taste. To top it off, a squeeze of lime over the tacos adds a refreshing tang that brings all the flavors together perfectly. And for a little extra heat, I added a few slices of jalapeño, which give a spicy kick to balance the smokiness. All right, those tacos were a hit, but let's move from tacos to something a little more hearty. Up next is a dish that's comforting and filled with flavor-stuffed squid with ground pork. This squid stuffed with ground pork is one of those dishes that always reminds me of home. My family used to make this for special occasions, but seeing it in many forms just makes it even more fun to cook. The ground pork filling is seasoned perfectly with garlic, pepper, soy sauce, and a bit of sugar, creating a savory, slightly sweet taste that pairs so well with the natural flavor of the squid. The squid itself is tender, but still has a nice chew, which complements the juicy pork inside. I love how the squid acts like a little pocket that holds all that deliciousness in. When you slice into it, you get that satisfying feeling of the pork spilling out, full of flavor from the seasoning. I added a little oyster sauce and a touch of sesame oil to the sauce. After that comforting dish, let's elevate things a little bit with something a bit more elegant: squid ink spaghetti. This one's all about bold flavors and stunning presentation. I love how dramatic this dish looks. The deep black color from the squid ink is so striking, and it just makes the dish feel fancy, even though it's so easy to make. The squid ink gives the spaghetti a rich, briny flavor that pairs perfectly with garlic, olive oil, and a hint of chili for some heat. The squid pieces I added bring in a nice texture contrast. What's great about this dish is that it feels gourmet, but you can make it at home in many portions and impress everyone. Plus, the flavors really linger on your palate, making each bite more exciting than the last. We've had fancy. Now let's go back to something fun and crispy. Up next, we're frying up some octopus. You're going to love how this turns out. This fried octopus is absolutely one of my favorite mini dishes to make. The key to getting it perfect is all about balancing the texture crispy on the outside while keeping the octopus tender and juicy on the inside. I used a light batter made from flour and cornstarch, which gives it that airy, crisp texture without being too heavy. The trick is to fry it quickly at high heat to get that golden brown color without overcooking the octopus. But for frying, I marinated the octopus in a bit of garlic, lemon juice, and soy sauce. The marinade helps to tenderize the octopus and adds a nice depth of flavor that really comes through once it's fried. Each bite has a hint of citrusy tang from the lemon, which contrasts beautifully with the savory batter. When you bite into it, there's this satisfying crunch, followed by the tender, flavorful octopus inside. All right, let's keep the seafood going. Next, we're going to dive into a stir-fry with crab noodles and XO sauce. This one's packed with flavor. This stir-fried crab noodle with XO sauce is one of my favorites. The XO sauce has such a deep, umami flavor with a bit of heat that makes it extra exciting. The noodles soak up all that rich sauce, and the crab meat adds a sweet, juicy contrast. I also threw in some crunchy vegetables like bell peppers and snow peas for texture. What I love most about this dish is the combination of textures: the chewy noodles, tender crab, and crispy vegetables all come together in the perfect bite. And because it's in many portions, you don't feel too heavy afterward, but it's still so satisfying. Definitely a dish I could eat over and over. Okay, that crab noodle was incredible, but now we're taking a trip to Spain with some fried squid. I'm really excited for this one. This Spanish-style fried squid is packed with flavor. The key is the smoked paprika, which gives it that unique smoky, earthy taste that's so typical of Spanish cuisine. I cut the squid into small rings and marinated it with olive oil, garlic, lemon juice, and a touch of paprika. This helps the squid absorb those rich flavors without losing its natural sweetness. After frying it to a crispy golden brown, I served it with a simple garlic lemon aioli. The creamy aioli adds the perfect balance to the crispy squid, while the garlic and lemon give it a fresh, zesty punch. A sprinkle of fresh parsley on top brings a pop of color and a slight herbal note that ties everything together. Feeling those Spanish vibes yet? Let's keep the heat going with one of my all-time favorites, chili crab. Get ready for some serious spice. This mini chili crab is truly a feast for the senses. The sauce is a perfect balance of sweet, spicy, and tangy, wrapping itself around every piece of succulent crab meat. The crab itself is cooked just right, so the meat stays tender and juicy, absorbing all the rich flavors of the sauce. The heat from the chili adds an exciting kick, but it doesn't overwhelm the natural sweetness of the crab, which is what makes this dish so satisfying. I also added a touch of ginger to the sauce, which brings a gentle warmth and a subtle depth that makes each bite more complex. What I really love about this dish is the messiness. It's one of those dishes where you have to roll up your sleeves and dig in. The sauce clings to your fingers, but that's part of the fun. I served it with some steamed buns to soak up the extra sauce, and let me tell you, it's the perfect combination. That chili crab was fiery. Let's cool things down a bit with a rich, buttery crab dish. Up next is butter garlic fried crab. This butter garlic fried crab is the perfect mix of indulgence and comfort. The rich butter blends beautifully with the natural sweetness of the crab, while the garlic gives it an irresistible, savory aroma. I fried the crab until golden brown, letting the butter soak into every part of the meat, making it juicy and flavorful. The crispy exterior contrasts with the tender crab inside, and each bite is packed with the boldness of garlic and the creamy richness of butter. A squeeze of lemon juice at the end adds a bright, refreshing finish, cutting through the richness and making the dish feel balanced. I also garnished it with fresh parsley for a pop of color and a hint of freshness. That buttery crab was so good. But now let's switch gears and go for something lighter. Up next is fried calamari, and it's going to be crispy perfection. This fried calamari is a real crowd pleaser. The squid rings are tender and coated in a light, crispy batter that gives every bite the perfect crunch. Before frying, I marinated the squid with lemon juice, garlic, and a bit of olive oil, which helps to tenderize the squid and gives it a bright, fresh flavor that balances the richness of the batter. What really takes this dish to the next level is the mustard mayonnaise dipping sauce. The creamy mayo is mixed with a bit of mustard, adding a tangy kick that complements the crispy squid perfectly. The mustard gives the sauce a sharp, spicy edge that contrasts beautifully with the rich, fried calamari, making each bite more exciting. Every bite is crunchy, tender, and full of flavor, and the mustard mayo dipping sauce keeps you coming back for more. All right, we've reached our final dish, and it's a special one. Let's finish strong with butter garlic fried calamari. This one's going to be amazing. This butter garlic fried calamari is simple, yet full of flavor. The squid is coated in a light, crispy batter, keeping the calamari tender inside. Once fried to a golden brown, I toss it in a rich garlic butter sauce that coats each piece beautifully. The garlic adds a bold, savory kick, while the butter gives it a rich, velvety texture. To elevate the dish, I sprinkle some fresh parsley and a bit of lemon zest, which cuts through the richness and adds a refreshing touch. For a dipping sauce, I serve it with a mustard mayonnaise that pairs perfectly with the crispy, buttery squid, adding a tangy, spicy kick to each bite. It's easy to make, but so satisfying that you'll keep coming back for more.